we plan something usually. We don't just pop out. When we're going to a house, we normally take like something that they like.
You do this every time you visit a friend.
Yeah, even if it's a best friend, we normally take something. Our grandparents, their generation, they say Ayubovan. That's welcome. And some of the traditional people, they bow while saying Ayubovan. They just hug you, and like when they bring their cheek to like your cheek, they sniff. Just hug and say hi. But if we're meeting someone new, then we shake hands. It's very true. If there's a function and if there are like 20 people there, we say goodbye to like all the 20 people, even if we don't know them. Sinhalese. That's our mother tongue. If we communicate with people like our age, then it's English. There's an informal language that we have made called Singlish. That is when we mix Sinhala and English together. The Malaysian slang like la. Even we have a Sri Lankan slang called ane, where we say ane all the time. So we make like very dramatic gestures, like very dramatic facial expressions and very dramatic like hand movements, and we nod our head a lot. We value eye contact a lot, no matter what status that person is. A traditional belief that if you don't maintain eye contact, then that person is hiding something from you, or that person doesn't respect you. But we keep like around a 1 arm's length distance. We usually go to have a coffee shop and have tea. Tea is like one of our main drinks. When someone comes to our house, we offer them tea before we offer them food. Most of the people stay at home, and even if like someone invites you to go somewhere, it's usually to their home. Traditionally, we usually don't go outside. Like, see now, even if I tell my parents like, oh, I want to go out with my friends and have lunch or something, and like they don't understand that. They say no, like tell them to come to our house.
PDA, okay.
It's tricky, no. It's like most of the people now are like in our generation are doing PDA, but they're getting like so many side eyes, and like people are talking about them, and
even holding hands.
Even holding hands. The traditional people in Sri Lanka, they're very shy. And they're very reserved. We respect elderly very much. If like an elderly person says something, we always listen to them, because we believe that they have more experience than us. Consider it as a very bad thing if we don't listen to them. But now, since like the generation is changing, you know, like there are some things that like the traditional people, they don't know. My cousin brother, he started working recently. Normally if we start working at one place, we stick to that place only. We believe in loyalty very much. My cousin brother wasn't very fond of the place that he was working, so he changed, and like my grandmother started scolding him for so many days because she couldn't understand the logic behind it. When we're going to visit them, we ask them like, is there any medicine you need? Are there any certain types of foods that you like to eat? If they want to go to see a doctor, we would take them. So all of their medical and health things we normally cover. The main holiday that we celebrate is Sinhalese and Tamil New Year. We get holidays for like, especially schools, they give around 2-3 weeks of holidays. For office goers, they have like 3 days of holidays. Wake up in the morning, and there's this auspicious time. For each year, the time is different. We keep a bowl full of milk on a fire stove with like wood and stuff. It rises up after it like gets the heat and comes out of the bowl. Pretty similar to Indian culture. When the milk comes out, that it's going to be a good year. From that same milk, we make milk rice and sambal, and we eat it. There's another auspicious time to eat it. Then we make like all the traditional Sri Lankan sweets. There's also an auspicious time for children to study. If children study at that time, they'll remember everything. But all the main things like the eating at the auspicious time, milk thingy, that is happening on one day.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of the 2 to 3 weeks, we normally go and visit all our relatives and give them presents. All the shops are decorated, and usually there's like sale everywhere, something like Chinese New Year. We get money from elders as well. The same calendar that gives us like the auspicious time, they tell you like a specific color to wear on that day. It's different from year to year. There are special games that we play called Aurudu games. Like a huge festival kind of thing where like those games are done and anyone can join and play them. Yeah, and they will, if they win, then they get like a small present. Usually I play these games with my cousins.
After this interview, we get to understand how communication process differ among cultures. We get to learn more in depth about Sri Lanka culture. But why is it important to know about it? As according to Stella, language is a huge proponent of communication as well as a large representation of one's cultural background. Cultural miscommunication often stems from different and conflicting styles of speech. Therefore, it is important to know more about others' cultures.